Hi FlossTube, it's Lori McCleary, Texstylust. Welcome to my channel. Hey FlossTubies, welcome to my channel. This is Lori.
And I'm Barb.
And we're here today. This is a channel about cross stitch and quilting, and sometimes I do scrapping and anything textile. So today I'm here with my friend Barb.
Hello.
And we're going to do some, we're going to do a quilt studio tour of Barb's. We're going to look at some of the things that she has in progress and some of her finished quilts. Barb is a longtime friend of mine. We belong to the same quilt guild for how many years?
Oh my gosh, 10, 15?
I think it's been longer than that.
Think so?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun, who knows?
It does. So we're going to do that. We're going to look at some of my cross stitch, some of my wool applique. I have a FFO. I finally finished the quilt for my daughter. I think last time I talked about it, I was still waiting for batting. And that came and I got it quilted and it's bound and it's just getting ready to go out the door to her so she can have it. So I'm going to show a little bit of that to you. And ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So I've been working on Grateful, Thankful, Blessed, and this is by Brenda Gervais, and I'm using a hand die, a 36 count hand die, or it might be a 40 count. I always forget. I'm sorry. If it's important, give me a message and I will put it down below. But here it is. This is my progress. And you know, lighting's always tricky, so I'm trying to get, let's see, there we go. Now that's a better color. Does that look right?
Yep, looks good.
Okay, so there's my progress. I have a lot more house in. I have the house foundation built, and I have the windows put in, and I have the door in, and just kind of cruising along on that. And I'll probably keep working on that through, hopefully to get it done before Thanksgiving and get it framed. And I'm using the called for floss. Let's see, do I have my tag on here that says the count? I don't. Here's the called for floss. And I love these colors. And I have it stored in my Grateful, Thankful, Blessed project bag. So I got quite a bit of progress. It doesn't look that much, but you know, that house is big. I did have a couple of starts. I'm going to put a picture up here because I don't have the book with me. All I have is a pattern, and this is out of the Ooh La La book from Blackbird Designs, and it's called A Little Bit French, and it's to do the needle roll. And I'm starting to make all of the decorative doodads for the French General Retreat bedroom. So I'm doing this. This is going to be a needle roll, and I'm using DMC 355, and this is coming along. I probably have, maybe 2/3 of it done. So I expect I'll have this done in the next couple days. And then maybe next time I talk to you or the time after that, I will have the needle roll done. And then I picked maybe 4 other charts out of that book, and I'll do like a little grouping in the French General bedroom. I pulled a bunch of colors. I don't have them all with me right at the moment, but I developed a color ring of DMCs that have French General color reds, so that I'll do a range of reds and they'll match the French General quilts that I'm going to put in that room. And then I also had another start. Again, I don't have the book with me or the chart with me. I have my working copy, so I will put a picture in up here. And this is a Prairie Schooler turkey, and you really can't tell what it is, but I do have a start. It's going rather quickly. They're pretty small. It's like a 75 by 75, something like that. And I'm doing it on a 30 count Weeks Dye Works gray. So I'm doing this the same as what Christy's doing at Daisy K Primitives, because we all want to be Christy when we grow up. She said she was going to do 2 of the Prairie Schooler turkeys. I'm going to do that as well, but I'm also going to do the Thanksgiving chart which I'll put a picture of it up here. So that's the plan. I don't know if I'll get those done before this Thanksgiving, but at least I have them started. That's kind of how I do stitching I like to stitch in season, and I can get one done during the season, but at least others started and work on them throughout the year and then finish them up the following season. That seems to work for me. And the next thing I have been working on, this is progress on my cheddar and coal quilt, wool applique quilt. It's a wall hanging, and this is from the Woolen Needle. And I am almost done. I probably have maybe a couple hours worth of stitching left, and this is where I'm at. So it probably looks more or less the same from the last time that you saw it, but I have the buttonhole stitching. I'm getting a lot closer to done. So I think I have a couple berries left and some of the green leaves and a few stems, and I will be done. I got a lot done on the last couple days on that one. So I'm getting really close, and once that is done, I will put the border on. That shows the borders here, and then I will quilt it, and it's gonna go up on the wall for fall. So I think that's all I have for my hand stitching. And then I'm gonna pause right here and move this off the table, and then we're gonna look at the quilt. Okay, I think we got everything situated. So I've talked about this quilt many, many times before. The name of this quilt pattern is called SFNK, and there's a story behind it with my daughter. If you want to hear the whole story, then go back to whatever video, I'll put it down here, and watch the story. But I will say that this quilt is 17 years in the making because I worked on it on and off. It's got a bazillion and one half square triangles. When Barb was at my place this summer from when we did our retreat for the Sisters Quilt Show, I worked on this. So she hasn't seen this since then. And since then I finished putting it together, and I've quilted it, and I just finished binding it. So you ready for the reveal?
Let's do it.
Okay. There we go. So it's quilted. I think last time I showed it to you, I had finished the piecing. The quilting went fine. I was really nervous, and I don't know why. I've done this a million times, but you know, it was a special quilt. So here is the close-up. It's a floral swirly pattern. So in long arm quilting, the general rule, is only general, is you, if you have a geometric quilt, you kind of put some movement in it with curved or something swirly, and if you have a round, you can put geometric, linear type of quilting. So it's done. It's bound in white. I wanted to do a red. I couldn't find a red to match. My quilt store locally did not have any of the reproduction prints, but here it is. I'm so happy. So it's going off to her now that I've showed you. I can hand this off to my daughter, and I really hope she likes it. So normally right here I show you some plans that I have, but I think I'm going to save those for a little while further into the video. And right now we're gonna go look at what Barb's been working on and take a look at her studio.
We're going to my favorite place. Welcome to my happy place. My favorite place on earth is right here in my studio. Many hours of joy are had here. So as a little bit of a tour, I will tell you that I love my machines. They are my babies. But this is like, oh my gosh. I love it. It is the best cutting table. So I made this all by myself. Well, with the help of my daughter, but she wouldn't want you to know that. So it is made of 3 calyx 2x2 cubes from IKEA, and 1 sheet of 4x8 melamine, and I got it at the home improvement store, had them cut it in half for me, perfect, and 5 casters and little L brackets and some screws and my drill. That was it. I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to hire someone to make it. And I thought, oh, come on, really, you can do this. The hardest part was putting the drawers together and getting them inside here. But it's 4 feet square. It has plenty of storage, so I have 4 drawers which hold my cutting tools, my small rulers and templates, and then of course you gotta have a junk drawer. Sorry, I don't care where you are, gotta have a junk drawer. And then on this side, I just use the command strip hooks and I hang up my rulers, and of course you need your garbage can. Oh, the other thing I didn't tell you is that I have a little scrap bin down here, and it is so full. I just keep stuffing it down there, and someday, don't ask me when, no commitments, I'll make a scrap quilt. So it truly is my baby. It is so efficient and I love it.
I think I need a couple of those. I think I could latch them together and then pull them apart. So if I needed, a workstation or a cutting station for like 8 people, I could do that.
Oh heavens, yes. And it'd be really easy. Really easy.
And that way, if I needed it all put together for like cutting out or cutting off the edging when I do a long arm, kind of my batting and stuff. Yeah, I think I need to put that together.
I think you do too.
Okay.
I'll even help you.
Oh, cool. So you can come over to my place and cool, exciting. Okay, so what do you want to show us next?
I think let's go to my workstation and my design wall, because I have a really cute story about my design wall.
Okay, let's do that.
So this is where the magic happens. But first I'm going to show you a little bit about my storage and how I organize myself. And believe me, I am not the most organized person, so I'm very proud of this, I have to tell you. So first is tools and bolts. So here's kind of all of my tools and my thread. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty proud of this. Look at that, right on the doors, it fits perfectly. I have some bolts down on the bottom, but you can't look at this side because it's not done yet. Work in progress.
Work in progress.
And so it's so dang functional. I really love it. There again, my daughter helped me put them together because they're from IKEA. She said never again. So
and it's right behind you from where you're sitting.
Yes, I'm right here sitting and everything. I mean, I need thread. I just turn around and yank the door open. Let's be real.
What's in the other side?
Well, the other side is here's our heart ladies. It's all the fabric, and there are like hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of yards of fabric in here because it's very deep.
I think the cross stitchers and quilters can both appreciate that.
Oh yeah. So anyways, that's kind of my organization. But this served a dual purpose, and when I was designing this room, I was like, where am I gonna put a design wall? I'm sitting at my desk across the room, looking over this way, and all of a sudden it dawned on me, I'm looking at this expanse of white. So I just took off the doors and stapled flannel to the doors, and I have a design wall.
And again, it's right behind you.
Right behind me. So as I'm doing a block, I sew it, I turn around, I put it up here. And
how cool is that?
I love my space. I mean, I do.
It's very well organized and functional. I mean, not just the organization inside of it, but if you look at her studio as a whole, it's not a large. I mean, it's not tiny, but it's not a terribly large space. Do you know about what the dimensions are?
Yeah, it's 11 by 22.
11 by 22. So the 22 really gives you some advantage. So you can have your cutting table, but you have it organized really well. I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
But tell me more about what's over there on the right-hand side.
Well, okay, so my favorite type of quilting, I love appliqué, and I mostly do fusibles. So when you fuse something, it's really not a good idea to fold it. Mm-hmm. So this is one of my works in progress, and I just hang them on a hanger so that they're all, number one, out of sight, out of mind. Well, it's not out of sight, so it's not out of mind. And it's not getting wrinkled. It is the cutest quilt. I'm not a Halloween girl. This is the world's cutest Halloween.
So you're going to show us what it is?
Well, let's finish the tour, and then I'll show you some quilts.
So tell me a little bit more about your sewing table. It looks really functional.
It actually really is. It's a good space. It's not really big, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. Important. If I need more space, this is drop leaf. It's about 10 inches, 11 inches maybe, and it drops down, so it takes up even less space. It does recess for your sewing machine. And then over on the right-hand side, it has 3 drawers with a space at the bottom, which is actually where I put my patterns. You know, I have them in those magazine things, and I keep them all lined up so they're there, they're out of the way, they're safe. It just seemed like a good place to put them.
So I'm going to take a picture and insert it here so you can see them, because it's easier than trying to turn the camera around.
Yeah. And I got it on Wayfair, and it's still available.
Awesome. So what else do you have to show us in your studio?
Well, I have a brand new toy.
Yeah, well, let's go take a look at it. So what is it that you have there?
So this is my new toy. It's a baby lock mid-arm quilting machine, and I'm very excited to have it. I've had fun playing with it. What I love the most about it is that it's small. I would love a long arm, even, but there's just no space. So this is a perfect solution, and it's actually working for me. So I'm having fun developing new skills and quilting quilts.
It is really cute. I was telling Barb that a lot of people who have long arms have also picked up these smaller sit-down machines because, because they can fit it in there, but it just gives you a different way to quilt. So this one, you're moving the quilt, not the machine, versus the one like I have where I'm moving the machine and the quilt is stationary. So that's really cute. I'm so excited for you that you got that so that you're able to do your own quilts. And I didn't realize that they came with a table like that. That's what, maybe 3 by 4 or 3 by 3?
I want to say it is 30 by 36.
Okay.
So it's 30 inches wide and 36 inches deep. So, which is perfect for my room because my room is long and narrow. So it's perfect.
It fits in just a nice little space. I mean, that's kind of less than a conference table. As a small conference table.
Oh yeah. It's smaller than my square little dining table in my nook.
Okay, yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So I'm going to have Barb show you a quilt. I think if you follow my Instagram, you might have seen this quilt on the Instagram. And I'm going to let Barb tell you kind of the story. There's several, this quilt is part of a round robin, and I've talked about this before, but Barb's going to tell you the story of this quilt. And when she's talking about it, I'm going to kind of move up and down the quilt so you can see the entire quilt.
This is truly near and dear to my heart. The name of this quilt is called Friendship. It started with a journey of Western Washington shop hop one year, probably 10 years ago, where we did all 52 shops. It was exhausting. And I bought this Alexander Henry fabric, totally out of my normal colors, but I fell in love with it. And I had it for obviously a long time. And then the round robin came up via our retreat, and I thought this is exactly the perfect fabric because the retreat's all about friendship. Quilting is all about friendship. So this was in the Sisters Quilt Show this year, and it traveled from place to place because we don't all live in the same place. It is the only quilt that I have, and because I was in a wildfire and I lost everything, my stash, everything. But this quilt survived because it wasn't at my house. So it literally has a special place in my home and in my heart, and I see it every day.
So whose house was it at when the fire happened?
I think it was at Pat's, or was it at your house?
I don't remember.
I don't either. I don't either.
So kind of explain a little bit about the blocks. Now, there were 7 of us doing the round robin, and for the cross stitchers who don't quilt or maybe don't even know how a round robin works, there's several different ways, but talk about how our round robin works.
So our round robin works. So what Lori, I have to say, designed this gorgeous quilt because it's not a round robin. There's just 7 different blocks. Each of us did one of the blocks on each other's quilt. So it started with my block, which is the biggest, everybody's was, and I made this blank space, and in my little journal that I sent along with all of the fabric, I said, this space is for my friends to do with as they choose. I don't know who had it first. Actually, I think Carol did, and I think that No.
No, Pat did hers first because
Yeah.
she did it at the retreat. It was like either after you left or something
Right.
like that. She did her embroidery first.
So all of the ladies embroidered something on this space.
And I'll put a close-up picture of that
Yeah,
right
it's
here.
really gorgeous. And then, so this was block number 1. I'm doing this from memory. I think this was block number 2, and I think this was done by my sweet friend Lori.
I think Lori did do
Yeah,
that
I think so too. So that was block number 2, and I think this was 3, and this was 4, and this was 5, and this was 6, and this was 7. So everybody, I did each of these blocks on someone else's quilt. It was extraordinarily fun because you would get, I would get this packet in the mail, and it would have a bunch of fabric, and it would have some completed blocks. It would have a journal about what this quilt was all about, and I would just sit down and I would say, oh wow, I got to design this block.
Right.
What
And
am I
none of
gonna
us
do?
knew what anybody else did. That was part of the round robin, that it was a surprise when you got all of your blocks. It was a reveal.
Yep.
The rest of us, so the other 6 of us besides Barb knew what Barb's quilt looked like, but Barb did not.
No idea.
So this quilt has some sayings on it. Can you tell us what those
Yes, this one says, whenever women gather together, failure is impossible.
Oh, that is awesome.
Seriously,
Yes.
yes, true. And this one, I love. This is just me. Actually, it's kind of Lori too. Well-behaved women seldom make history. And then down here, and this one resonates because of what happened with regard to this quilt or at this time, but it says, above all, be the heroine of your life, not the victim.
Oh, I don't think I remember seeing that one. Who did that block?
I want to say Jude.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then a local quilter that belongs to the quilt guild that we belong to quilted that. What's her name?
Linda Reck.
Linda Reck. And she did a gorgeous job. And I'm going to put some pictures up here. Either I might have already inserted them, but I'll give you kind of a close-up of different parts of this quilt.
Yeah,
So-
I just handed it to her and said, do it, because I didn't know.
So if you go back on my Instagram or even in a previous quilt, the one that took place in mid-July around the quilt show, you'll see pictures of all of our quilts, with the exception of mine, which I already told the story of.
Oh, so I don't have to tell?
You don't have to tell
I felt so
it.
bad.
Oh, it wasn't your fault.
No,
it wasn't your fault.
but-
Okay, so, and Barb, you're not a cross-stitcher, are you?
No,
No.
I don't really need another hobby.
You don't need another hobby?
No, I don't really need another hobby.
Barb, what's behind you?
Stop.
What's behind you?
Guess what this woman on the other side of this camera did to me? Can you guess what this is?
That looks like scrapping. All I did was show you how to cut out a few pieces of paper.
Oh, please.
You did all of that.
Oh, please.
You did all of that. So I think that maybe, I need to take you to a cross stitch store.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can make a cross stitcher out of you. This is really pretty, Barb. Is there a couple other things we can look at that you're working on right now? Some of your whips.
Yes, I have a couple of whips.
Okay, let's go do that.
Okay. So this is one of my works in progress. It's a Halloween quilt, which is unusual for me because I'm not a big Halloween fan. I've been working on it just under 2 weeks, and my goal is to have it finished, or an FFO as you guys call them, before Halloween and hang it up in my entry hall. So it's very cute. It is just so
Oh my gosh,
stinking
that
cute.
is so adorable. So this is how your design wall works. It just kind of sticks to the flannel.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do mine with batting too, and I think they both work equally as well.
So the batting just kind of acts as a pad. Is that what?
Well,
Just
no,
a
it
question.
sticks. It
It
sticks.
sticks?
Just like it sticks to the flannel. It's something that has, some I wouldn't say grip because it doesn't grip anything, but it has a surface that stuff sticks to.
Right.
Okay, so who made this quilt, or who
So
designed this quilt?
this is by Mags and Me, and I love it because it has pink. It's not black and white and orange, and it is just absolutely adorable. It's Mags and Me. I bought it as a kit at my local store called 35th Avenue Sew and Back.
So it looks like it's a block of the month.
It is. There were 3 blocks.
Okay, can you hold it up just a little bit?
Yeah,
just a little
tell
bit.
me when to
Keep going,
stop.
keep going. So it's called Toil and Trouble, and you said Mags and Me.
Yeah, Mags and Me.
So what does the words say?
So the words say, double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
That's really cute. So you're about halfway through embroidering it, and you're doing it on the machine, right?
I am.
But you could do it by hand
Yes.
as well.
Yes. I just want to get it done sometime this year.
Okay, that is really cute. I think I'm going to have to make this quilt.
I think you have to make this quilt.
I think my granddaughter would like this quilt.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Okay, so I see something really interesting off to the right that we uncovered when you were putting that up on the design wall. Let's go ahead and pause real quick. And is it something you just want to hold up, or something you want to put on the design wall?
I'll put just a few because there's a lot of different blocks, so I'll put up a few.
Okay, sounds good. Like here is the other quilt, and this is called A Gathering by Barbara Persing.
Correct.
And this quilt looks like it's about 49 by 57. And you want to just show us a couple blocks?
I love it.
Yes.
It's all about quails.
Oh, that is so cute.
I don't tend to do exactly as the pattern says because it has to be mine. So I actually use Kimberbell fabrics in here. She used batiks. So it's all stash fabric. So this is actually block 1. This also is a block of the month. And then this one, it's just so stinking bright and colorful. People ask me, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to sell it? And I'm like, oh, heavens no. By the time I get this done, it's mine.
So is that your colorway that you usually quilt in brights?
Yes, it really is. I love bright and cheery. And then this actually is my favorite block because it's like, man, strutting your stuff.
That's really cute. That's what's so fun about our quilt group that meets for the Sisters Quilt Show is we all have really definite different styles.
Yes.
So my quilting preference and my colors are what one of my friends calls, you live on the dark side. You have brights, and then a couple of other quilters there, they like the batiks and the what's the Japanese fabric?
Shiboris or
the blue,
the blues, the indigos.
The indigos, and then we have one quilter who runs the complete gamut of everything. So I think I'm probably the most traditional stitcher in our group.
You really are the most traditional.
That is so cute, Barb.
I cannot wait to finish it someday.
Okay, so we looked at some of your whips. I know you have probably, maybe not quite as many as me, but only...
We're not going to talk about the tops that are done and not quilted yet.
Yeah, that too, but now you have no excuse because you have a quilting machine. Let's go ahead. I think you probably have a few that are finished that you can show me. Okay, let's go ahead and look at those. Barb, you were talking about quilt tops that you haven't finished yet. Do you know how many you have that need to be quilted?
Well, I have 3 that need to be quilted and 2 that are still in, oh my gosh, I need to finish this soon.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No,
I don't know how many. I've got a pretty good stack of ones that need to be quilted. I think I'll probably do like a parade of finished objects, but not FFOs, so quilt FFOs.
Oh.
So
cool.
why don't you show us some that you've worked on recently?
Okay, this one is just a wall hanging that I did.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That looks like ribbon candy.
Yeah, and it has little snowflakes. I'm not sure if you can see them from here.
You can see them. So what pattern is that?
Oh, it's not. It's just one of my designs. I tend to just throw fabric together, as you can tell.
My gosh, that is so cute.
It's a Christmas wall hanging, and the fabric on the back is just adorable.
Look at that. That is adorable. I love that.
Yeah.
Those are not really my colors. I'm just thinking that would be so cute in a more contemporary, you know, people who like the more contemporary modern colors. That's super cute.
Yeah, so it's fun.
Cool. What else you got?
And then I have, so as you saw, I love applique, but I also have a penchant for baby quilts, and I just absolutely love flannels. So this is just a flannel baby quilt. It is so stinking soft, and
I'm seeing a theme here. It looks like you have the snowflakes on that one too.
well, it's kind of a little winter.
Yeah. So is that applique?
It is.
You definitely love applique.
I
don't
love
you?
applique. It's just, I don't know, something about it. I love it.
That is super cute. What's on the back of that one?
Oh, and it's the line is called Snowmies. So the back is gnomes on skis.
Oh my
tossed
gosh!
Down a hill.
Is that a newer fabric? So if someone wanted to find some of that.
Yes, you still can find it. I think it came out last year, but it's definitely still available.
So Snowmies, do you remember the fabric distributor?
I don't.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. If we find it, I will put it down below.
Yeah.
But it's a gnome fabric.
It's gnomes, yeah. It's
really cute. So
and it's just so cuddly.
So what's the pattern on that one?
They're Barb's.
Barb's designs.
Barb's designs.
Barb's designs. Okay, what's the other one?
Okay, the other one, another.
I kind of know what this one is. It's not a surprise to me because she was working on it and finished the top when you were at retreat, right?
Yes, I did. So this one is. This one is just so stinking cute.
It is so stinking cute. I love it. Now these are my colors.
Yeah, these are Lori's colors. I think that's why she loves it so much. It also is flannel, but it started out with this applique vintage fire truck, and I actually bought the applique. So that's the only thing. And then there again, this is, Barb pattern, just picked out a block and then just, I don't know, I just do it.
Hold it up a little bit more. So I don't know if you can tell this looking at it. I think I can see it in the viewfinder. But those are ladders quilted in the border. That is so cute. I just love this. So is there a pattern for this one too?
No.
So Barb, you have so many cute things. Is there somewhere where people can go and see what you're working on?
Sure. I just started an Instagram account. Thank you, Lori. Yes, she nagged me into it too. You know how she is.
What's it called?
Yeah. So it is called Fab 4 Patch Quilts. So it's my new venture. I had an online business before the fire, and after that, it's like, what's Barb's next chapter? Now you're seeing it, Fab 4 Patch Quilt.
That's really cute. So I'll put that information down below, and everybody go and give Barb some love on Instagram.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for showing us the tour of your room and your happy place. And she did some enabling here because we are going to go out to a shop hop starting tomorrow and for a couple days, and we'll see what I come back with, which I'll show on my next video. So I'm glad you all got the opportunity to meet Barb. We've been friends for a very long time. It's always a party when we're together, and if you want to talk about co-enablers, that's me and you, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Bye, ladies. Thank you for watching us.
Okay, thanks a lot. Come on, keep coming.
Oh, no, wait. It's the cornucopia for the eye. Are you kidding?